What is money? Is money these dollar bills that you're seeing? Okay, this is not actually money. This is a representative of money. This bills is not the full money. So what is actually money? Money is a unit of exchange of value. Okay, so if I say that A is equals to B, it means that B is equals to A. So if I say that money is equals to value, that means that value is equals to money. So if you're looking for money, don't be looking for these bills. What you should be actually looking for is value. Alright, so let's look at what's the history of money. Where did money start from? We can now get to understand what money actually is and how we got to these dollar bills, or how we got to this. Let's start from from the Stone Age. There are actually about 4 ages according to the study that we're going to be making in this video. So we're starting from the Stone Age. The Stone Age was when they relied on nature to provide their wealth. So that was when they did the discovery of fire. They were using stone, water. Of course, they were all wanted, and there was no class. There was no rich. There was no, but everybody was all equal because they all had the access to, of course, hunting animals and then picking fruits to eat. But from the Stone Age, you actually moved to the agrarian age. The agrarian age things started becoming a lot better. And what happened in the agrarian age now had two classes of people. There were the landlords and there were the peasants. Remember Joseph in the Bible, when during the famine and they were giving food to people, what were they doing? They were paying for the food that they were giving to them. After a while, they had exhausted their money. They had exhausted their bees, their cattle, their livestock. What did they sell after they had exhausted all of this? Their lands. That was how the Pharaoh is not a person. Pharaoh is like the name of the king. The Pharaoh now became the landowner. So people became landowners, and there were people who were peasants and were working. Okay, so they were working, they were planting, and then they were now paying tribute to the landowners. That was when the concept of landlord, landlady became, and then tenants and all that came through. That's the agrarian age. Then from the agrarian age, we now move to what is called industrial age. The industrial age came with a lot of things. I know a lot of people believe that the industrial age started in the 1800s, but industrial age started in 1492 with Columbus, the discovery of America. And what happened was that industrial age, people began to build industry and urbanization started. People started moving from rural areas to the areas where this industry was sited. Now, of course, you know that in Stone Age and agrarian age, they were using trade by barter and they were okay, but there were issues with trade by barter because there was no units to measure what this was what and what to use to exchange it with. So during the industrial age, what people now did was that they had to go to other places to buy goods and services, and for them to be able to do that, they had to. You can't carry yam to travel long distance to go and buy red oil. So there had to be something, and they knew that trade by barter was no longer working. So they brought another form of money which was serving as cowrie, minerals, salts, precious items, especially things that were not easily broken. So they were using it. Even with that, it was not working, especially as they started traveling long distance. So of course, in the precious stones were inclusive of gold. Gold was actually the legal backing of the backing that took care of everything. Gold has always been special. You can't compare gold with minerals, with cowries, and all that. So when they started traveling and they needed a better means of exchange, so they now the chiefs, the religious leaders now gathered together in different places, and they said, okay, if you have gold, if you have these precious metals, if you have all of these things, come and keep it with us and we'll keep it safe. So when they were traveling, the people who had this gold, who had these precious metals in their possession, they had to write them a note to show that they had this. So let's say you have 24 carats of gold with your religious leader, you have to write you something to show that you have these 24 carats of gold with him. So it was that paper that they were using to travel to go and buy from long distance. And this also came about because when they are traveling with these precious metals, that thieves, you read a lot of novels, and they tell you that they were ambushed, they were in their voyages, and a lot like thieves, highway robbers were actually robbing them. So when they were now going with these written notes that was showing that they had the gold with these people. So if I give you this, you give me your material. And that was how it started happening. But something happened that I know you remember Shylock and all that, but look at how all of this is started happening. Now these religious leaders and the chiefs and the imams and all these people who were keeping this now realized that nobody was actually coming back to ask them, if I issue a note to you that you have 24 carats of gold with me and you go and use it to buy something and come back, nobody will come back to verify if they actually had that thing. Okay, so they now started issuing this receipt to people who didn't have gold with them, who didn't have precious metals with them. And then when they go and buy things, they will come back and pay them. You know what happened? There were now too much of such receipts in circulation, which is what is called inflation. Okay, so what the federal governments of each country has done was just to say, okay, these chiefs, these religious people, you're not going to be the one in charge of this. It will now become the prerogative of the government of the country. That's why each country has the federal government of it. They all have their currencies. But how it started was like this started from, of course, the government doing that. It started from these religious people and that they respected. So that was it, and it all started from industrial age. Now, moving away from industrial age, we now get to the information age. What's happening in the information age? That money is available to everybody, that people can pay you for your knowledge. That's the stone age, the agrarian age, the industrial age, and the information age. So money is actually a unit for the exchange of value. If you want to have more money, look for something of value. So you can't go to the market and you say, give me tomatoes, give me this, without giving them money. So if someone wants to make money, what do they need? They now need to bring something of value to the market that you can now price and say this is what it is, and then they will give you their money in exchange for your goods and services. It's actually a crime to have money without something of value. And then things of value are not just tangible things that you can see with your eyes. Knowledge is also something of value. That is the brief history of money, and that is what money is. That is to say that money is value. If you don't have value, you're not going to have money. And how are you going to exchange value for money? Just three ways. Number one is either you sell a product, is either you offer a service, or you look for a job. These are three ways to convert value to money. If you work for someone, you are an employee. At the end of the month, they will pay you for your time and your skills. If you offer someone a service, okay, they will pay you for the service you've offered. And if you sell a product, they will pay you for the product. So you don't go trying to make money. You need to sit back. Remember, we're talking about making a minimum of $1 million to $10 million by the end of the year. You need to now begin to ask yourself, what value am I going to bring that will worth $1 million? What value am I going to bring that will worth $5 million? What value am I going to bring that will worth $10 million? What value am I even going to offer to people that will help them or that will make them give me their money? So if you begin to think in terms of value, okay, we're not going to be looking at different ways to package this value, what kind of value you need to sell. But I needed to help you to understand what money is by showing you all of these things. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, like, comment, and share, and I will see you in the next video. Remember, it is time to become a millionaire. See you soon. My name is Nkemi, and I am your relationship coach. Bye.